All right, so this morning, like I said, we're doing just a quick two weeks, two-part series. Like I said, we're highlighting some of our church family members and just getting to know a little bit about their 2024, actually getting to know maybe a little bit more about them in general, but especially their 2024 and how their 2024 went, their challenges and their celebrations and all of those things that come with a year. How many had difficulty in 2024? Yeah, everybody, right? Everyone had challenges in 2024. How many people had something to celebrate in 2024? Everybody, exactly. I mean, the year has its ups and downs. The year has its ebbs and flows. The year has its moments where we celebrate wonderful things. And then the year has moments where we have to really grind it out, and we have to grit our teeth, and we have to lean on others, and we have to just get through certain seasons in our lives that are hard. And that are difficult and that are marked with suffering and challenges and all of that. And so this morning, we wanted to, like I said, highlight and showcase just a couple of people that have had to go through some things in 2024. And at the end, we're going to pray for them. At the end, I've asked a couple of people to come up and just pray for them as a blessing, as a sort of an encouragement, as a sign of the church's support for them, and as just acknowledgement of, their presence in this family and our desire to love one another and to do life together. First of all, why don't you guys kind of just introduce yourselves? You guys have been here forever, but kind of give us a little background, family, kids, where you live, blah, 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 all that crazy stuff. So either one of you, go for it.
I'm Charlie. Okay. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I actually started coming here on and off before I met Kayla in the late 2000s, 2010. Then once Kayla and I started dating, we continued coming here, tried some other churches on and off, and kind of seemed to continue to be brought back to Vineyard. Have been here pretty consistent since the kids have been young. So Kayla grew up kind of locally. I grew up in Gorham. Kayla grew up in Gray. So a lot of the church family have been a part of our life for a long time.
When did you guys get married? What year?
2012.
2012, really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
And kind of a backstory on this church. We were engaged, and then I had called it off. And
really?
Yeah.
Oh
we had some issues, and so I had called it off, and we came to this church. We didn't really know anyone. This was when we first started coming.
Yeah.
We came up front for prayer, and pretty much we just asked them, we're like, we don't know what to do. We either want to get married or we're just going to go our separate ways. Kind of backstory, I was pregnant at the time. So we were like, we don't know what to do. And I think it was Jim and Donna. Yep. They prayed over us, and we walked out of that church, and we got in the car, and we're like, we're going to get married. And we went home, and we told my parents that day. So.
Oh my
And we
goodness.
planned a shotgun wedding in a month and a half. Yeah, so.
I had no idea about that.
Most people don't know about that.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
Yeah.
That is wild.
So yeah, then we went different churches here and there through COVID and different stuff, but we came back here, so.
So just a little background on family. Tell us about your family.
We got 3 kids. We got Piper, Hadley, and Colton. You probably all know them because they're wild back there.
What did
Please,
Colton dress
Colton.
up as today? Did Colton come
He
dressed
came
up?
normal, just
Oh,
in
he
a
came
dino
normal.
shirt. Always has to be a dino shirt, but yeah.
And yeah, so 3 kids, and you guys are living in
Gray.
Gray.
Yep.
And anything else you guys want to share just about family or anything like
I homeschool those 3 crazy children.
Yep.
So, yep.
that?
There's that.
Yep. And Piper is the most vocal
Yep.
of the bunch,
Yep.
as we know.
Yep.
She did a great job the other night, too, during the reading.
She did better than me.
It
She
was
laughed at
trying to-
me for stumbling.
Trying to, corral her to stay up front to do a reading. Okay. She did a
Yeah.
great job, though.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's get into it. So, first question, and I know you guys wanted me to reverse the order, so I'm going to reverse the order for you guys. Actually, I did it for Betty,
did it
too.
for Betty,
I did it
too,
for
yeah,
Betty, too. So talk about 2024 and talk about a moment of celebration that you guys can look back on and say, wow, this was something so amazing that took place in 2024 that we just have to like celebrate.
We got a few.
All right, yeah. That's good.
So the beginning of the year started off great. First thing in January, Charlie and I went away with newer friends of ours and just got a great time of like fellowship. We got to go to St. John. I'd never been on a tropical vacation with him, so it was so much fun. So we had that. It was just a great time to just get to know another couple and get a break and refresh. And then in March, we took the kids out to Utah to go skiing. And if anyone knows us, we are big skiers. So that was just a blast to be able to just spend that special time with the kids, skiing, playing games all night.
That was this year?
Yep.
Oh, my
Yeah. So those are like my big highlights. He has a couple.
So how long were you guys in Utah for?
For a week.
For a week?
Yep.
6 days.
Yeah.
So that was just great. The kids love the environment, the snow, the mountains, just change of scenery. Great cultural
How's the
experience.
temperature? How's the temperature?
Warmer. I mean, skiing is 40s, and then it gets cold enough so it snows every night.
Before we go to the next thing, how did it go last weekend on top of the mountain?
Uh-oh. Last
Was
weekend
it-
was fine. I mean, for the guests, it was a little cold, but for us patrollers, we're a hardy bunch.
Yeah, because it was like it was 18 degrees last Sunday,
Negative
Negative?
28 at the top of the mountain.
negative 28
Yeah. With the wind chill.
with the wind chill,
Yeah.
and you were up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
All
my
day.
gosh. Anyway, okay. I had to check in with you on that one because I
yeah.
saw Kayla and I was like, "Are you serious? Is he seriously up there right now?" Anyway,
So another big accomplishment of mine was I was able to get my whitewater rafting guide license, something that I'd wanted to do for a very long time. Pretty long, intense course, swimming class 4, whitewater, flipping rafts over, rescue scenarios. So definitely cool experience. If anyone's interested, give Three Rivers a call. Make sure you request Charlie as your guide. Great accommodations, camping all the way up to running water. So whatever
Looks
you're
like we have the
into.
next men's trip planned. So
how long did that preparation take you to be certified?
So it was a 10-day course. We run the Kennebec River 29 times and then do one run on the Dead River. And then I went back and took the test with the Maine State Game Wardens.
So you had to go down. You had to raft 29 times in 10 days.
Yes, we were we were doing 3 to 4 runs every day, and then
he could barely walk when he got
studying.
home.
we would get up 5 a.m., go on the river all day until 2 o'clock, have lunch, go in from 3 till 9, and do like classroom study. We were set up camping in the rain, snow.
And in your world, that's cause to celebrate.
Oh yeah, that was one of the best weeks of the year.
Everyone would be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
But I mean, it was a great opportunity, even like with the group I met. Just group people from all different backgrounds. I was able to open up and minister to some of them, and it's amazing to see, like when you're put in situations like that where you truly have to test somebody's mindset and spirit. Having the good Lord to lean on really is helpful.
So just tell me about the feeling of accomplishment. How
I mean, it was amazing. Just, the sense of, even nervousness, like when, going down, getting ready to, after you've run the river a few times, and then they say, okay, we're going to flip this raft, and you're going to swim this entire section of Class 4. And walking down the steps, you say a little prayer, and I feel like the good Lord always kind of has my back.
So they literally flipped the raft over on purpose to see if you can survive.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, we
swim.
You swim it.
Yeah. Wow.
Beyond rafting, Kayla and I did a great trip to Katahdin with the search and rescue team. I've been able to step up to more of a kind of mid-level leadership role with them, leading trips into Baxter with the rest of the team. We were able to do a great hike across the Knife's Edge with her and more of the group that had never been up there. Also did a second trip to Katahdin with our 2 daughters, so Piper got her second summit on Katahdin. Hadley made it up for the first time. So super proud of those two for that.
It's Colton's turn.
Next
year.
next year.
Next year. That's good. Anything else like celebratory?
We made it through another year of homeschooling.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is cause to celebrate. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. That can be, that's in the other category. Challenging.
Yeah, that's both. It's
That's
celebratory
challenging.
and challenge.
So let's
Yeah.
go to that. Share just a couple of things about 2024 that have been challenging for you guys this year, that have made the year not easy and not difficult, because we know, as we said, it's up and down. It is good and bad. It is sailing, good sailing, and then it's rough sometimes. So share with me just a couple of things, you guys, that have been tough for you.
So the big challenge we had at the end of September was I was let go from a long-term job that I've had for the last 14 years, kind of unexpectedly. And originally, it was overwhelming. Felt like, health insurance, salary, my daily driver vehicle, all those things were going away. But even in the moment, I just felt the Lord come around me and, tell me that he would take care of me and it would be okay. And, I got home that day and talked to Kayla about it and could feel, her stress and her worries moving in, and tried to just encourage her. And it's really been amazing where, honestly, I had done tower work for so long, didn't really know what I would do. The Lord opened up doors where within 12 hours, I had a friend calling and saying, hey, I could really use some help with a project. Wasn't something that I was a professional with, but, I believe with the good Lord's help, my hands are able to do amazing things. So I took on a siding project and started putting up vinyl siding. Within a few more weeks of that, I had another friend from the search and rescue team who had heard that I was putting up vinyl siding and was struggling to find a contractor. So, boom, I had a second house to side. So I spent the fall putting up siding and, kind of prayed, trying to figure out where my next move would be, and felt drawn to ski patrolling at Sunday River. It's been something I've been volunteering with for a while, and decided to kind of take a step back from construction and look at doing that for the winter. They had a great opportunity where I'm able to help with lift evac training, use a lot of my rope knowledge. I do tower climbing training with them now for their lift towers. So the Lord opened up a great opportunity there. So having a great job there.
I'd say
now.
you're probably overqualified for that. Considering how much climbing you've done in your years
Yeah.
in the cell.
Yeah,
in the cell tower industry.
and then I also get to do, the first responder medical stuff on the mountain, which has been very rewarding. It's completely different from my past career where it was push, 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 not a lot of gratitude. And now, between helping people get down the mountain safely or responding to medical emergencies, it's amazing to see their gratitude. Smiling faces on the mountain every day is pretty exciting to go to work too.
Just share with me a little vulnerability here. How were those first 12 to 24 hours? I know you kind of alluded to it. When you realized that you were let go, take us into that just for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, definitely devastating. I had put a lot of time and effort, a lot of just my personal effort to push that company forward. Felt like, a lot of things I was pushing for the right reasons. Definitely felt, betrayed by some of my current or former colleagues where, didn't have any warning. But, the Lord continued to just give me this constant overwhelming just peace. Where I continued to hear him in the back of my mind just telling me I'd be okay, and he would help provide for us.
Yeah, because just as a father, as a husband, as a man of the home, like we find so much value in well-intended value in providing for our family. And when that seemingly is stripped away from us, and we become kind of paralyzed in that moment of like, what am I going to do now? It can really be a devastating blow to just our identity, who we are, because God has created us, as men to provide and to be that support, and to make sure that our kids feel safe, our wife feels safe and secure. And when something's ripped out so quickly out from under us, it can really be cause for some jostling and some, so.
More I just put faith in him because he continues to open new doors that I'm amazed at every day.
Any other challenges? 2024?
That was the big challenge.
That was huge. That's huge, yeah. That's hard.
He dealt with it better than I did, and thankfully that God gave him the peace, and he kind of radiated that on me because I was a stress ball. So I was stressed, I was shocked, angry, didn't know what we were going to do. I'm homeschooling the children. I just started another year of homeschooling. I'm a nurse. I worked per diem, but I didn't have like scheduled hours or anything. So that was a big stress, not knowing what we were going to do. So I started looking for jobs, trying to figure out things, and I'm like, there's nothing. I'd have to go back to working nights. I don't want to work nights again. And I went and talked to my managers, and they sat down with them, and I told them what happened, and they're like, you can come back. And I was like, I'm going to have to work nights. You don't have any jobs posted. And they're like, nope, we'll take you back. You can work days. What do you want to work? Part-time, full-time, whatever you want. You have it back, and you get all your seniority back. And I was like, what? So God opened up that door for us, too. So we have our health insurance, and I'm able to work part-time and homeschool our kids. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Just one final question, and you guys have already kind of alluded to it already. One of the things that we asked you, how has God met you in these moments, and just and how has the church been the family for you over the course of the year? Just share briefly with that, and then we'll finish up.
He's just opened up doors for us. He's been there for us. I felt like during this time, as a mom of young kids and homeschooling, you get a little busy, and sometimes you don't read your Bible every day, or you get to do things. And so kind of going through this reset me, and it reset me to open up my Bible every morning and start my morning with reading scripture and praying. And I just felt like every time I did, I was reading what I really needed to hear at the time. So he kind of just helped me in that way. And then all the doors that he's just opened up. Church families you guys are just always supportive. I don't know everyone, but just everyone's always greeting and happy and tolerates our crazy children. All the Legos back there.
Yeah,
so,
I hear you on that one.
And just, we didn't tell many people. We're kind of private about it. But every time I did open up and tell someone, they instantly said they were praying. And even Elizabeth, I told her in the parking lot at a school drop-off for our kids, and she's just in her car reaching through the window praying for me. So it's nice to have that support.
Any final words, Charlie?
Just really appreciate having the church family, somewhere to come, to pray, fellowship with all of you. And, like Kayla said, not everybody knew, but those that did, we appreciate all your prayers. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Round of applause for these guys.